Any questions on that at all? I want you all to be able to understand this. Just look at it and study your books when you get home. But you should know the 12 tribes of Israel. And those are the same 12 tribes that Yahweh named in the book of Genesis, the 49th chapter or 48th chapter of Genesis. Am I correct? Yes, same ones. So you always ride with Yah. Yes, we have some questions. Go to the mic.
Shabbat shalom. I got a question. This question actually is, we went over this class a couple years ago and we got a tape on it. And I think one of the brothers from Toledo had brought up the same topic. And when we got done, we had came to a conclusion that there were 12 and a half tribes. Now I have to find the tape to actually pull up the evidence from that tape. But do you recall that day?
I remember a brother come from Toledo, along with brother Ishiah, and he was saying it was 13 tribes, and I was saying it was 12 tribes.
For the one that said 12 and a half? Okay. I just wanted clarification because this.
But I told him those 2 tribes represent Joseph, and I might have pertained to them as half tribes to represent one tribe, but they're not half tribes. I looked at it and I said, ain't no such thing as a half tribe, you're either a tribe or not. Those 2 tribes made up the tribe of Joseph. But I'm trying to deal with the figure 1. I'm saying the half tribe Manasseh is the half tribe Manasseh of Ephraim, but I still named 12 tribes, and he said it was 13. I didn't have no 12 and a half.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So if you're trying to get me on yesterday's mistakes,
no, it ain't so much as yesterday's
mistakes. Yeah, I know. Get on.
All right.
Any other comments? Any other questions? Let me ask another question before we go further, because I want to deal with that thing about that curse that was asked. But before I go there, does everybody have a clear understanding of the 12 tribes? Just study that 48th chapter when you get home, especially the last ones named, which names are going to be on the walls, which ones are going to be on the gate, and who represent the 12 tribes of Israel. Because it's imperative that you know that. Because everybody around the United States, I'm finding out when I talk to everybody got different answers. Just like the answers are as various as you all's answer were, but more. Because they just excluded Levi, but Levi is one of the tribes. You can't exclude him. He just don't have no inheritance with the land, but his inheritance is with the tabernacle, with the Creator, and his tabernacle and his sanctuary. His inheritance is with Yah. That's the reason Yah said, regardless what state you're in, never forsake the Levite as long as you live on this earth. Never forsake your Levite. That's one of the reasons y'all not as blessed as y'all are. Y'all been forsaking the Levite that y'all put in your midst years ago, but not recognizing who he is. And y'all still don't know, and you want to know why you're suffering. I got to tell you who it is today. Oh, well, we won't even deal with that. Any other comments? One last question before I get in another area. The question is this. The question is this. How do you know? What can very simply let you know that, how will I word it? Anytime you answer a question, make sure it's under 2 sentences. You got to talk all day to ask the question, don't ask it. Just go out and go sit down and figure it out. Always ask simple questions, no more than 2 sentences. And never allow action to precede thought. Always think and then act. So that's the reason I'm thinking.